Hello, and welcome to kind of a unique video, actually. Today we'll be reviewing, well, it's my copy now, but, we will be reviewing Cheesey Studios' copy of, Scarab Attack. It was an old, uh, Pharaoh's Quest set that you can see him review on his channel in his Pharaoh's Quest revisiting video. But um, yeah, this is kind of unique for me. Cheesy Studios is definitely um, he's one of my biggest influences with this channel. It was his Dino Attack video that I ended up watching because I wanted to know for sure that I had all of the Dino Attack dinosaurs. Um, and sure enough, I was missing one, which I managed to get after seeing his video. Um, I got the dark green sort of T Rex. I forget if they call him a T Rex or not. Um, but he just had so much raw enthusiasm for it that I found it really charming. I really like a lot of his stuff. I think he's he comes across as very genuine, and I really appreciate that, especially in someone who reviews a lot of new sets. I don't typically review a lot of new sets. I know that I made like the Z-Blob video. Um, I guess I talked about the Avatar creatures when they were relatively new. But, most of my stuff is mocks or talking about different LEGO subjects. So he posted the other day on YouTube on the community tab that he was opening a Bricklink store and selling some of his sets. And I saw that and I wanted to be able to help out. And so I bought, I believe this was the cheapest set that he had listed. Um, so I thought it would be kind of fun if we went ahead and opened up our Bricklink order today. Reviewed a previously reviewed set. Back in there, quite nice actually. Um, Looks like, yeah, we've got the is it Jonathan Reigns? I always forget the Pharaoh Quest or Pharaoh's Quest lead's name. Um, but I know his last name is Reigns. Um, I want to say it's Jonathan Reigns. I'm not entirely sure. But he's got him in his own separate bag, which is nice. And then I'll just show the one side. But we've got basically a printout of the Bricklink order. Really wasn't necessary for this order. I only ordered the one set. Um, but it's definitely something that when sellers do include that, like particularly when I order a lot of parts, I find that really useful. Um, Especially if they use color ink. It goes the extra mile. Is incredibly useful to check off what I have. I can use my phone and just use the website, but having a physical list that I can actually write on and check off is just, it's amazing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this up and get it built up. Alright, so now that we've got the set all built up, it is in good quality. The prints here on the back of the Scarab are actually in really good shape, which is really nice, particularly on pieces like this. You'd be able to tell that, like, the edges would get worn, or like up here, um, typically with a lot of like play and stuff, the edges right there would be worn, but that does not appear to be the case here, um, which makes sense. He probably bought this for a review or kept it in really good condition and chose to review this copy. Um, and I think it's a really neat set. Um, you know, it's one of those things where I think Lego City still gets them, but you just you wish you'd see more themes where, because this was originally a $5 set. Um, it's like that. Such a great value for $5. You get a figure, you get a lot of accessories, and you get a pretty decent build. Um, like, the only real improvement that I think this set could have, um, is just I wish that the eyes were printed. Um, I don't think it looks bad, really, with the studs for the eyes. It's just when you look at the other creatures from Pharaoh's Quest, they all have printed eyes. So, or at least most of them. I know the snake and the scorpion do. Um, so I don't know. It would have been nice if the Scarab got printed eyes, but we're already getting two pretty decently printed pieces in this set, so I can understand if for $5 they couldn't quite add in like those two more prints. Um, and also at the time, I'm not sure if they were printing on 1x1s or if they even had 1x1 tiles. I'm not sure if they did. I think they might not have, but um, but yeah. So Pharaoh's Quest it's a theme that I don't have all the sets. I never did get all the sets, but if we go ahead and take a look, I think you can see. Let's see. Oh, that's Galador. So let's move the camera. So you can kind of see, barely, um, right back there. I've got all my Egyptian stuff. If I could get closer, I would, but the studio is a little bit of a mess right now with different tables of the sort. Um, but back there, I've got the big pyramid, and I've got the snake, as well as I've got a few of those flying mummies, and then, of course, I've added in, I think it was the monster fighters. They had the Egyptian chariot, um, so I added that. But yeah, it's a really neat set, and it was a really neat theme. Because, like, taking a look back here at the set of today's discussion, um, this was created sometime after the original Adventures theme had ended, but it had clear ties into the adventures theme, and it sort of built on sort of if adventures were done today, and I say today as if this isn't already 10 years old, um, but how would we improve those builds? Because I've got old adventures sets too. In fact, I've got the old adventures pyramid, and I might make a comparison video one day, because I think it's a really neat idea for LEGO to go back to some of their in-house themes, just sort of upgrade them every so often. And it was something that we saw in this era where you had Pharaoh's Quest, which was an upgrade of Adventures. You had Atlantis, which was redoing a lot of the old sea themes. You had Power Miners, which was trying to redo Rock Raiders. All of those had a varying level of success, sure, but it was really neat that in-house themes seem to be popping up, and unlike Hidden Side or Video, um, it doesn't seem like these were designed to be like, oh, we're gonna keep them coming out all the time. Um, like even Lego Dino was around this era. That was a new-ish version of Dino Attack or Dino 2010, um, which was a new version of previous dinosaur sets. But I feel that we've lost that almost. Lego Dreams feels a bit like a successor to Time Twisters in a way, um, but it's not truly faithful, and it's not truly meant to be a successor to Time Twisters or Time Cruisers. Um, but now, unfortunately, it feels like Lego does things like this, but it's all through Ninjago. So, like, we had the Ninjago Sea Wave, where it's like, that's great, but maybe, maybe I'd like to get some, actual futuristic scuba divers rather than, like, well, you can get ninjas with scuba masks, or you can go get, your Lego City sets. I don't know, it just, um, you know, it's disappointing to me. Don't get me wrong, the Ninjago sets, they look great. And I've got some of the figures, like the sea creature figures from that wave, and they're really good. And I think, yeah, up on the shelf with the pyramid, I've got um, the sort of redo of the desert snake that they did, and that's a good set. Um, it's not nearly as posable as the original Pharaoh's Quest snake, but it is also a lot more stable. Um, but yeah, it's like, I don't know. I kind of wish that they would let Ninjago. To me, it feels like we're we're not getting the best on either front, right? Feels like Ninjago should be Ninjago. It should be ninjas and ghosts and skeletons, or snake people, whatever they want to do, but it should be Ninjago. And then, if you want to redo Atlantis, then redo Atlantis. If you want to redo Pharaoh's Quest or Adventurers, redo that. I don't know. To me, it's such a shame that Ninjago seemingly cannibalizes, like, Lego original IPs. But, one day, maybe, we can, especially with things like the Lion Knight's Castle and Fort Legorado, or not Legorado. They haven't made that one yet. That is a set that I have, but Fort El Dorado, um, Lego's getting more into like, oh, we can directly remake our classic sets and people will buy them, and I think that's really great. I just wish they'd make it more than a one time a year, and maybe have a few sets like this that are significantly cheaper than over $100. Um, but we can dream and hope for the future. But yeah, so that was kind of a little rant there at the end. But yeah, this set is really cool. If you want to see a more in depth review of it, of this exact same copy of the set, you can go to Cheesey Studios channel. It'll be linked in the description, as well as the Pharaoh's Quest Revisiting will also be linked in the description. Um, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, bye bye.